Introduction: Akihabara's cultural and economic significance. Akihabara, commonly known as Electric Town, has long been a hub for Japan's pop culture, anime, electronics, and niche hobbies. Over the past few decades, the district has evolved into a pilgrimage site for tech enthusiasts, otaku, and tourists alike. Independent shops, once the backbone of Akihabara's identity, offered a unique shopping experience with hard-to-find gadgets, collectibles, and vintage electronics. However, in recent years, these independent stores have seen a sharp decline, leading to the question, what went wrong? Changing consumer preferences. One of the primary factors contributing to the decline of independent shops in Akihabara is the significant shift in consumer behavior. As the internet and e-commerce platforms became widespread, online shopping has grown exponentially. Independent shops in Akihabara, which once thrived on their exclusive inventory and personal customer interactions, have been challenged by the convenience and competitive pricing of online giants like Amazon and Rakuten. These e-commerce platforms often offer the same niche products at lower prices, with the added benefit of home delivery. Consumers, especially younger generations, have also become less inclined to browse physical stores, with platforms like eBay and Yahoo Auctions offering a wide array of rare items and retro gaming goods. Many enthusiasts prefer searching online rather than traveling to Akihabara for these finds. This has taken away a large segment of the customer base that these independent stores once relied on. Rising rental costs. The cost of operating an independent shop in a highly popular area like Akihabara has significantly risen in recent years. As Akihabara became more commercialized, large retail chains such as Yodobashi Camera and big department stores began to dominate the landscape, driving up real estate values. This surge in commercial rent made it increasingly difficult for smaller, independent retailers to keep up with the overhead expenses. With fewer shoppers walking through their doors and reduced profit margins, many shop owners were left with no option but to close down or relocate to less prominent areas, further eroding the unique charm of Akihabara as a sanctuary for independent retailers. The impact of globalization and tourism. Globalization has had a mixed impact on Akihabara. On one hand, the district attracted international tourists who flocked to the area for its unique blend of Japanese subcultures, electronics, and collectibles. However, this influx of tourists has also contributed to the rise of larger chain stores and corporate brands that cater to a broader, more mainstream audience. In the past, tourists would visit Akihabara to seek out quirky, independent shops for authentic Japanese electronics or rare otaku goods. But with the gentrification of the area, tourists are more likely to encounter global chain stores that prioritize mass appeal. This shift in focus from niche markets to mainstream tourism has marginalized the independent stores that originally defined the area. Competition from larger retail chains. Another factor that has contributed to the decline of independent shops is the competition from larger retail chains. These chains, with their bulk purchasing power and established supply chains, can offer products at prices that independent stores simply cannot compete with. In Akihabara, large chains like Yodobashi Camera and Big Camera have expanded their presence, offering a vast array of electronics, gadgets, and otaku-related merchandise under one roof. These corporate stores also provide services that smaller shops struggle to match, such as extended warranties, loyalty programs, and customer service in multiple languages, appealing to tourists and locals alike. The scale and convenience of these stores have resulted in the gradual disappearance of many small businesses. The evolution of Akihabara's identity. Historically, Akihabara's identity was rooted in its role as a marketplace for enthusiasts of cutting-edge technology and otaku culture. Independent stores thrived on selling specialized electronics, retro gaming consoles, vintage computers, and hard-to-find anime merchandise. However, as large-scale retailers entered the scene and tourism boomed, the district's character began to change. Today, Akihabara is increasingly associated with mainstream tourism rather than its once exclusive focus on the otaku subculture. The opening of commercial shopping complexes and the proliferation of corporate chains have diluted the distinct atmosphere that once set Akihabara apart from other Tokyo districts. With the disappearance of unique shops, Akihabara risks losing its authenticity, which was a core element of its appeal. The role of Japan's declining population. Japan's declining population is another significant factor affecting the business landscape in Akihabara. With a shrinking customer base, independent stores that relied heavily on domestic consumers have been hit hard. As fewer young people engage in the consumption of niche hobbies or collectible items, independent shop owners face even more challenges in attracting customers. The aging population also means fewer people are interested in cutting-edge technologies, which were once a mainstay of Akihabara's retail ecosystem. This demographic shift, combined with the rise of e-commerce, has made it increasingly difficult for small retailers to survive in a highly competitive market. COVID-19 and its effects. The COVID-19 pandemic dealt a severe blow to Akihabara's independent retailers. Tourism came to a standstill, and with the temporary closure of stores and limitations on in-person shopping, many independent businesses were forced to shut their doors permanently. The pandemic also accelerated the digital transformation of consumer behavior as people became even more reliant on online shopping. For many small shop owners in Akihabara, the lack of foot traffic and reduced sales during this period proved to be the final straw, leading to a wave of closures. The future of Akihabara's independent shops. The decline of independent shops in Akihabara is the result of a confluence of factors: the rise of e-commerce, soaring rental costs, competition from larger retail chains, and shifts in consumer preferences. While Akihabara has transformed into a more tourist-friendly destination, this has come at the cost of its once unique identity as a haven for niche hobbies and small retailers. There may be hope for the future, however. Independent shops that can adapt to the new realities of the marketplace by leveraging online platforms, curating unique inventories, and embracing niche communities may still find success. Additionally, efforts to preserve the district's cultural heritage and support small businesses could help revitalize Akihabara's independent retail sector, ensuring that it remains a distinct and vibrant part of Tokyo's commercial landscape.